Imagine if you were a young, working-class white man living in Missouri in the early 1800s and you were just given the right to vote. How would you react? Would you do anything to make your political voice heard now that you have a platform to stand on? Or would you relax, knowing the past president Andrew Jackson had favored expanding suffrage to all white men? So surely someone else would take care of your governmental duties. Today we're going to deep dive into the art piece titled The County Election, painted by none other than George Caleb Bingham in 1852, as we discover its emphasis on expanded democratic participation of the working class and ultimately the cultural impact of the common man. The county election was painted in 1852 by local Kansas City artist George Caleb Bingham. This piece portrays the effects of increased democratic opportunity of the working class by describing the common man's significance in democracy. The scene of the county election pictures a large group of men, white men to be exact, of all ages, sizes, and professions, gathering to cast their ballots. The county election was painted with no main point of focus, allowing the audience to analyze each character and their reaction to their democratic duties. The group of men gather in the town square, enjoying refreshments, others bickering over their political stances, but it is evident that most men in this picture are from the working class, as their clothes are less formal than those of the aristocracy, represented by the few merchants and politicians in the blue jackets. This piece shows a significantly different picture in comparison to the electoral processes happening just years before the age of Jackson, featuring suffrage limited to the wealthy and educated elite, pictured in the Declaration of Independence painting. Bingham indicates the expansion of suffrage by highlighting the variety of voters in the painting. Merchants wear top hats and discuss their opinions with laborers in shirt sleeves. While it's Bingham's overall goal to discuss the working class's involvement in democracy, there is a deeper meaning that criticizes the election process. In the middle, there is a drunken man being dragged away, causing him to not be in a position to cast his ballot. And at the bottom of the painting are two boys playing Mumblety Peg, a knife game that progressively increases in risk to symbolize how allowing more citizens that aren't as informed to vote might be risky in the future. However, Bingham stresses that all men have equal access and power in the election, even if they aren't the most eligible. George Caleb Bingham portrays it is still the people's right to have a say in government, even if they aren't the most informed. The blue flag in the top corner states this perfectly: the will of the people, the supreme law. Democracy has been expanded to the working class, giving the common man a say, regardless of their political fitness. All men have equal opportunity to cast their ballot, and Bingham highlights this as he simultaneously criticizes the democratic process, yet shows a variety of working-class citizens casting their ballots. This painting heavily depicts the theme of the common man, as members from the working class are now seen as equal under the congruity of democracy. Therefore, expanding democratic privileges to citizens of lower classes highlights the social and political growth of the common man during 1800 to 1854. So what are you going to do? Are you going to cast your vote or sit back and enjoy some refreshments? This has been Alyssa Murphy on this episode of